Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. In today's video we are going to show you how we extract fresh raw honey from the fresh honeycomb that we have purchased from the local honey farm. I made a short vlog just a while ago about our visit to the honey or the bee farm close by, so that was pretty exciting to actually see the whole process of how the farmer discussed with us about making the honey and the whole tedious process that she had to go through, and also the extra steps that she needed to take in order to collect the royal jelly. So please stay tuned for the video. I have not uploaded it yet, but I will shortly. So here we have purchased a 3.36 kilo honeycomb, and it's absolutely amazing. It looks gorgeous. So my husband's starting off by just cutting out the outline of the honeycomb as close as possible to the wooden frame, and that way we will be left with the honeycomb. So on the side we have some glass sterilized jars with the lids. Best if they are airtight containers or airtight glass containers, that works best, but we'll use what we have. Either way, most of them are recyclable, so that's awesome if you want to recycle a couple of jars that you use from different things. Also, we will just place the honeycomb that way, so we will cut it in little pieces and just place it in the jar, and overnight most of the honey will be strained. So this way we will have jars that have a layer of honey as well as the piece of honeycomb. Now, as soon as you put the honeycomb in the jar, overnight usually, most of the honey will extract from the honeycomb, and you will be left with a thick layer of honey as well as the piece of honeycomb. You can also chew on the honeycomb based on your needs. For example, we usually use it as a healthy replacement to gum, and don't forget that it contains all the good vitamins, minerals, as well as the royal jelly and all the benefits, the pea propolis and stuff like that that you usually find in most honey products. So another way to strain the honey completely is to put it through a strainer, put the honeycomb through the strainer and wait until most of the honey has been extracted, and then you might want to push it down every now and then throughout the day with a wooden spoon, for example, just to make sure all the honey has been strained out, and then just leave or separate the actual wax and then store the honey that way. Now with the wax, you could also use it to turn it into cosmetic grade beeswax, the ones that you usually see. They sell bars of it in all sorts of different cosmetic and health stores as well. You can use it to make beauty products, you can use it to make salves and lip balms. Now if you are wanting to extract the honey and store it separately to the beeswax, you would need to put it in a strainer, for example, and then continue straining out the honey and making sure that as much honey has been strained out from the honeycomb, and storing the beeswax separately. So with the beeswax, you can turn it into cosmetic grade beeswax by putting it in boiling water, a pot of boiling water, boiling it and then straining it out and storing the liquid left over in containers, and then into the fridge or freezer. They will be rock solid. So I will do a tutorial if you are interested on how to extract cosmetic grade beeswax, just like the ones they sell in the store from the honeycomb. So we have purchased 2 honeycombs. First, this one we will be storing it with the honey in jars as you see right now, and the second one I will do another quick tutorial on how to extract the honey from the honeycomb, and then how to turn the leftover into actual usable beeswax. So you might want to check it out if you are interested. Now we're going to briefly talk about the benefits of honey as well as raw unpasteurized honeycomb, and a couple of precautions and risks that you need to know of so you can be well aware and make a informed decision when it comes to consuming honeycomb. So honeycomb is a natural product made by honeybees to store honey and pollen, and it consists of a series of hexagonal cells constructed from beeswax, which generally contain raw honey. Raw honey differs from commercial honey, as you know, because it is not pasteurized and it's not filtered. And honeycomb may contain some traces of bee pollen, propolis, and royal jelly. Additional bee products with potential health benefits of their own. Amazing health benefits, especially when it comes to the royal jelly. Now keep in mind that royal jelly is available in very little amounts, so this whole 3 kilo honeycomb probably contains about 2 or 3% of royal jelly. Honeycomb is rich in carbohydrates and antioxidants. It also contains trace amounts of several other nutrients. Its main component is raw honey, which offers small amounts of protein, vitamins, and minerals, but it is composed of 95 to 99% of sugar and water. Because it's not being processed, raw honey does contain enzymes like glucose oxidase, which gives honey its antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. Such enzymes are destroyed by heating and filtering used to process the commercial honey that you find in stores nowadays. Also, royal honey is less likely to be contaminated with sweeteners like high fructose corn syrup, and it also tends to contain way more antioxidants than processed honey. Antioxidants are really beneficial plant compounds that promote health. They reduce inflammation, they protect the body against the disease. Also, polyphenols are honey's main type of antioxidant. Research suggests that they may also help to reduce your risk of diabetes, dementia, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Now, the article that talks about the scientific research will be linked in the product description below the video for those of you that are interested to know more. Now, heading towards the potential dangers, honeycomb is generally safe to eat. However, because it contains honey, there is a small risk of contamination from C. botulinum spores, and these are particularly harmful when it comes to pregnant women and children under the age of 12 months. Also, to minimize the risk of stomach obstructions, make sure you eat little amounts of honeycomb at a time, because eating large amounts does cause stomach obstructions. So to minimize the risk, always avoid eating large amounts of honeycomb, or simply just spit out the waxy cells. Also, people with allergies to bee venom as well as pollen, they may want to not eat the honeycomb because it may also lead them to have an allergic reaction. And it's also important to note that despite the many potential benefits, honeycomb remains extremely high in sugar, so it's best to eat it in moderation. I hope you enjoyed the video, and do let me know if you want to know more about extracting the honey in other ways, as well as extracting the beeswax and using it for cosmetic purposes. I'd love to have you on board. Do subscribe and let us know what type of videos you're interested in. Take care and bye bye.